Welcome everybody to another video. In this video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be edited. I'm going to be explaining how I made one of my troll levels, Mario Drowns in Grape Soda. So, yeah, I'm going to just be going through it and I'm going to just go through it and show you all the behind the scenes. So, yeah, it's not going to be edited. So, yeah, it's going to be a long video. So, yeah, we're just gonna start with, let's just go to make, okay, so, we start off with this dry bone shell coming out, and then chain chomp, which kills me. So, the first thing that you think is, oh, that comes up, it'll just stay up, but it actually goes back down. This is really simple. It's just a dry bone on a track that just goes up. It flies off the track a little bit so that you can't see it. I think you can barely see it sometimes, but they won't really notice unless they're really looking. And then it will fall back down and go there. The chain chomp is in, wait, where is it? Okay, that's in this one, and it floats down. And this is perfectly timed so that when this block over here goes right there, then this will make its way over, bounce on the spring, and hit it, which will make it go there, because I couldn't put a block right there, but I wanted it there. So yeah, that's how that got there. This spring is so that the chain chomp bounces up. And yeah, there's nothing up there. So, continuing, so what you do is you get that, and then you can just kind of avoid this really easily. You just kind of jump like that. And then here, you just kind of have to just do some small jumps until you, not like that. Like that, and then, oh no! So, over here, there's this, which makes it so that this conveyor belt actually doesn't work, which you can kind of figure out. But then you'll just assume that it doesn't work over here also. But that kind of pushes you over here into this. There's a one-way door right here, right there. And then there's a clown car. I don't know why I put a clown car. I just wanted to fill it with something random. And yeah, that's a hidden block, and then you have to die to that saw, which is right there. So let me just get back to where I was. Just do that. I guess you can also do that, but does that make it so I can get through? I don't know if that makes it so I can get through, actually. I don't know. Let's just do it the normal way that I usually do. So then what you do is you jump up there. Now this is where it starts getting a little bit weird. So basically, there's that down there, there's this right there, there's an on-off block, and there's this up here. Up here, well, there's just nothing. It's just nothing. Now, if you fall down there, I'm just gonna save some time. You die. If you fall right here, you think that you die, but I don't know if you can see it, but for a oh, don't look at that. For a pixel, I'm actually alive, so then you're thinking, like, that's weird, let me try again. But if you actually jump up right away, then you can get past. And then you wait a second, and then there it comes. Then you can like, get through. And then you can hit this one also, it's going there. Also, this, that's a fish. So, now, you're probably being really confused. Like, why couldn't I just hit that and then go here and, like, just fall down? And because that makes this swamp here. So now let me just explain this a little bit. Going back a little bit. So when I step on here, there's that, and then I can jump off right away, just so, because it goes down right when I touch it, so that's why. then it comes right here, and then I can go there. And then it just goes on here, and then it goes up, never to be seen again. And it just goes back and forth right there on that track. So the thwomp spawns in when you hit this, because that would make this on-off switch like that, and it's farther enough away so that it would be able to spawn in, like whether you hit the on-off switch or not. But I actually kind of had to make that farther back, like that. This is like the minimum on how far it has to be. So yeah. Now let me just get everything back to how it was. Let's boop 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 boop. There. Now once we do that, now hold on. This is like kind of the weird part, and my levels usually have a weird part in them. So, let me just show you. You can't get that. So, you're like, oh yay, I get a checkpoint already. No, you don't. So you hit this. Oh, look at the top. That's so weird. What is that? So you think like, oh my gosh, there's a vine. And then because you hit the on-off switch, it's back. Let me go on this, and I can climb up, and ooh, I can go in that pipe over there. No, you can't. I just made it, I made it seem so much like you could, but you actually can't. As you can see, you can't even go up this pipe. And so basically, this is really simple, or at least I thought it was simple, actually. So when I get here, and I hit that, it makes that do that. But think about it. Originally, it was like that, and I could hit it, and nothing happened. Well, that's actually because, like, so it starts off like that, and then when I hit that, it's also despawned. So then when I come over here, this block would be like that, which wouldn't let it spawn, if that makes sense. So then it would, so you have to it has to be spawned, and then you hit this block to make it fall. And then that pushes it into there, which makes a vine that goes down. There's also this spike that just, yeah. So, I talked about that section for a long time. But, so anyway, you can't get that, but I don't know if you see there's this clown car and all that. We're going to talk about that later when, like, it actually, but that is important. So, basically, you just, hit this on-off block, and then you just go into this pipe right here. And so then there's this pokey, but you actually just want to go up to the side, and then it moves, it goes a little bit crazy, and it goes just like that. Now there is this key down at the bottom, but actually what you just want to do is, so you do that, and then you can get across by spin jumping. Now, okay. I think that's gonna be blurred for the video. But, anyway, how it works is, alright, I forgot about that. There's auto scroll. Let's just turn that off for a second. But, basically it just goes, bounces, and it hits this saw and the bumper and makes it go crazy, but the bumper just pushes it in there, and eventually gets stuck in that one way in there, and it makes yeah, this shape. It's gonna be blurred because we're family friendly, very family friendly. Anyway, so usually you might like push this, but you actually do not want that key. I think earlier I said that you did, but you actually don't. Which you'll see later. So you push that, and you get the key. Okay, yay, I have a key. And then there's this hint, it says Z on the snowballs. which makes it so that you don't get the key. You can just like spin jump around the key. And so if you have the key, you go in here. It doesn't really matter in this first part, but so the ground goes away right away. I'm just going to talk about it in a second on how it all works. So you hit this snake block and you have a choice. But now before I pick one of the choices, let's just see what happens if I just wait around a little bit. Maybe this is the right way. Also, I'm just kind of talking like if I was the player, like what I might be thinking. So you're gonna, oh my gosh, this snake block, it took me up here. Ooh, I can go up here. Oh no. And then, boom, you have to go up and die. Wahahaha. But, so basically, let's just talk about this. It's really simple. Right when you come in, this spike ball, it rolls up and it hits that and it breaks them and then it comes back and breaks. Yeah, so that's really simple. The snake block, it's on this little timer where it goes up and down a little bit and then it goes up and there's that, and yeah. I wanted to make sure it was enough time for you to pick one and choose, but if you did have the idea that you were waiting around, it wasn't very tedious. So now let's hold on. Like the on off is supposed to be like that when you go in. So let me just put one down because it has to be off. Because that's usually actually what it is. I'll delete that later. But you take this, let's say we pick the top one. We go in, this is actually kind of cool. Took me a while to make. So we land. What's going on? Did I do it right? No, obviously you probably know that you didn't do it right. And it says lol, and then you die. So this took a while, I just kind of timed it right. Now I kind of think about it, I don't like how it's kind of just pick a path, but oh well. It's, yeah, I don't think there's that much to explain. Oh, also, I have to put this auto scroll back. There we go. So now, yeah, you'll see all that later. There's stuff up there. So, the correct way was, to go into here. Oh, let me just go back and, oops. Let me just go back and hit this on-off switch. There we go. So you go into here, and if you had the key, there's no way that you can get past. I actually really don't like this part, but you duck, you get grabbed by that. This is if you don't have the key. If you do have the key, you can't get past and you just have to go in the door. And then you get out of the key, go there, and then the claw, out of the claw. And then you get down, you go to the, right a little bit because you're actually a couple pixels to the left. So then you'd hit the spikes. So you just go a little bit to the right, and then you can jump up. Up there, it's just death. But you'll see in a second, I think it was necessary. Here, so when there was so I actually started making this level in the 2.0 update time. But like, basically, when there was a 3.0 update, they fixed a glitch which made this troll not work. But then they also, in the 3.0 update, they accidentally made a glitch that made one of my other trolls not work. So like, I can understand why this troll didn't work, but it was just kind of weird that like Nintendo made the update which made my troll not work, which didn't even have a glitch in it because they made the glitch. But anyway, when you hit this, what used to happen is a bullet bill launcher would fly up, and I think like below all this there was a bunch of free space. But then we go and we hit that, which just pushes it right there. That is not too, it's not too hard to understand, but, yeah, there's all this free space down below here, so, yeah. That's where this troll used to be. But we don't really need to talk about that.
Here we go.
Oops.
Here we go.
So we get through. You just don't even want to mess with that. Here, when you jump in and you're like a little bit to the left or the right of it, you get bounced back, as you saw. So you don't want to do it on the right. You can just keep trying slightly to the left, and eventually you'll get it, like you saw. And then, which one do I want to do? So if you're thinking, oh, I wanna do it. I wanna hit it that way into the twister, because then it won't break. So if I go down on the side, it says "Aww," but you can actually do it, and then you just fall down here. That is actually the right one, because the other one will actually break. Here, you switch it back. You go up. If you go in here, that breaks and you fall, and you see that the ground right here opens up, but you get soft locked. So then you're like, okay, let's see, how do I make that do? If you go into here a little, if you go into there a little bit, it doesn't work. But if you go up here, also up there is death, just in case something, I think. But if you go a little bit into there, and not, yeah, there's death up there.
Here we go.
So, basically,
Here we go.
so basically, I just have to go in here a little bit. It doesn't matter if I get the star or not, I just have to make sure I get out. And then I run down here, I fall. I don't think I'm supposed to have the star, but it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, there's a thwomp there. Like, what's gonna happen if I go underneath of here? It's nothing. But for some reason, you can sometimes spin on it, which I think is kind of weird. Like, it doesn't hurt you, but sometimes you can spin on it. Anyway, so that's it, just to bait you away from not going in this pipe, which actually takes you to that checkpoint that we saw from earlier. And this is the weird part. Or no, wait, no, it's not. So we can get it, and then we just go back. All that weird stuff is saved for later. So here, this is kind of a weird glitch that I found. Basically, you go in this pipe, and it says, "You dead." Because when you come back out, see that note block? Hold on a second. So you saw that note block, but for some reason, it bounces you up. I didn't jump. It pushes you up into those spikes, because I guess when you come out of the pipe, you are coming out, and then when you get to right there, you bounce off, and then when you come up, you bounce, and then you hit that. For some reason, it's kind of a glitch. It's not that big of a glitch. I saw it in one level that I played a while ago. But yeah, so you just don't want to even mess with that pipe at all. So let me just... Oh, oops. So basically, I don't know why there's a P-switch going off. Okay, but that actually wouldn't happen in the level. So you get the mushroom, and then you can go up. Ooh, yeah, I can go in here. Oh, but do you see that there was a fire flower down there? About down where the mushroom came out? And we have this very nice anti-soft lock where you just kind of, and it's hard when you're big, but you actually have to be in here. Oh gosh, I used to be good at this. But yeah, you can get through, and then there you go. But the horrible part is actually here. There's a couple frames when it actually shoots, and you have to bounce and be right up there, right at one of those frames. So yeah. So where? Okay, it's down here. So I didn't talk about this. It's really not that big of a setup. or it's actually a little bit more complicated than you would think, but it's not very complicated. It has to be a little bit off screen, or like, but basically, oops, whoa, what happened? What? That was weird. I hit undo by accident. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, here we are. It's right here. So the setup, there's this big guy, there's this track that goes down there, and then there's this, and that sits right there on top of it. So this, it's one of these, it's a flower with like a mushroom. So if you're small, it's a mushroom. If you're big, it's a flower. So you don't want to go in there. So let's try a different one. We get the mushroom and we go up here into this. And I don't know if you could tell, but it kind of blends, like when I stand on this donut, it blends in with that pattern, so you don't really notice that it's actually a donut block. But so you can't go back, but if you go in with small, you jump up and you need a fire flower to activate that P-switch. But there's a fire flower up here, but then you just can't get down, and it makes it just longer for you to die right there. So let's go back. If I came in with a mushroom like we saw that I did, oopsies. Let's just go back. Let's just go back. Where am I? Okay, this is so confusing. Okay, so here we go. No! No! So we get the mushroom. We go up. We go in here. It's basically the same problem. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Because I am stupid. No, well. But, anyway. So what you actually want to do is you want to get that. You want to go. Wait for the fire. When you go into this door, you want to make sure that you jump so that you don't fall into there. Then you can shoot this. There we go. Now this is a weird part. Now look down at that shell. So that it gets it stuck like that. And so you can jump down, bounce off of it. It gets you hurt for some reason, and then you can just keep going. And then you're small. And so now let's say I go up here and hit this one up. It goes there, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get the one up. But the one up is evil, and it makes this muncher go here so that you can't get past, and you have to die. So basically, let's go back a little bit. So you just need the fire, nothing too different, nothing too complicated. Here is a weird setup. So there's these, this clown car with those right there. There's these two springs, and then this shell. So when the P-switch is turned on, it falls down, and then when it is done, it falls down again, and it hits this shell, which makes it hit that, which bounces it up into the spring and lands into this clown car. But it's turned over, but it is also still inside of it, which is weird. Which, for some reason, makes it like that, so that you get hurt. I don't really understand it, but yeah, that's how it works. Over here, the with the one-up, it just goes down, it goes through there, and these donut blocks right there, and then there, and there, that just makes it, so that, the one-up has enough time to go and, make this muncher fall down. So basically, so let's say that you did not, if you did not get the one up, so you fall down here, and that mushroom up there comes out of that pipe, and it moves and it hits this, which makes the big muncher fall right here, as you just saw. So how you get past that is so when you get here with your fire flower, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna shoot this like normal. You're gonna run up here. You're just gonna wait a little bit. Now, instead of falling down right after it gets in, you're gonna actually wait for the Koopa to wake up. So there it is, it's waking up. There it is, and then you jump down and you don't get hurt. Also, you can just kind of keep doing that, which I think is kind of cool. And you can just get 1-ups, but yeah. So then we fall, and I'm big instead of small. And then I go here, and then it's a fire flower, so it doesn't move over and make that big muncher. So then we go in this pipe, and there's a hint. It says go back in door. Okay, and then you just die. So the door that they're talking about is this one right here. Now, let me just go back and explain something. So, it's a fire flower with this thing right here with the fire flower if you're big, mushroom if you're small. That's all that is. It's kind of simple. And then over here, yeah, we already kind of talked about that, but you have to wait for it to wake up because it's already in, and then when it wakes up, it jumps out. So now, hold on. Let's go back to right here. So I go in with the fire flower, cool and all, but then it say go back, so you go back. That happens. It basically reloads the area, but then you come, and let's just go through a little bit. Do all this. I think you can just go down normally and just take damage and all that. But now, there were hard blocks right up here, right here, so you couldn't get in this pipe. But now that you went through the door and then back, then now you can go in the pipe, and this goes to the next section. But before we talk about this next section, I'm going to go back and explain it. So the first time you come in this door, one of these blocks, or this one, it falls down, hits this bomb, and blows it up, which blows up this block right there that bomb is behind. So it won't spawn the first time because like that block is originally in front of it, so it can't spawn. But then the first time this blows up that, so then when you come in the second time, when you reload it all, this bomb is allowed to be there. And then this one goes here because this one's already blown up. This one falls down, blows up this bomb, which blows up this block and this block. So that lets you get through. So yeah, that's how that works. I think that made sense. I think that made decent sense. Okay, so I think you could be big, but oops. Let me just go redo this section. Won't take too long. So basically, I'm just getting back. Oh, I am stupid. Okay, so there we go. I don't know if you could see that there was an explosion up in the top right a little bit, and then there's the other explosion. So that's the two explosions going off. So basically, now you're falling down, and you can go here, and then yeah, you go in. We already talked about that. So we're going in, and it says no mushroom. So if you actually did do the mushroom thing, then you wouldn't. So then you wouldn't be able to get through because that muncher would push you. And then that bumper, if you're like just sitting here waiting or deciding, that bumper that just came up, it would push you up there, which is actually the wrong way. But somebody just, yeah, there's that fish. So it's like, wait, which one do I pick? Oops. So yeah, when you come in with, let me just go back. When you come in with the mushroom, that top, like your head gets squished by that muncher. Oops. Ah. So yeah, your head gets squished by the muncher if you're big, but if you're small, then you just land right there and your head isn't up here, so it's okay. And then it goes there. This bumper that pushes you up, it's just on a little track timer, so it bounces up. There's just a fish right in there. So next, so I showed you why the top way was wrong, but this way, so you do that and you just get past. It just kind of, so this whole part, it's just for that one thing to happen where that bumper pushes you up. And so if you just go through here, you actually can't hit that on off switch because there's another fish. Because I am an evil person. So you can do that, and then you fall down here, and you can actually get that. But you actually want to jump out right away, or else you get stuck, and then you can just like jump out to die. So, but what you want to do is you want to jump in here, and okay. So what you want to do is you want to you want to get that, and then you want to jump out. So that makes it good, and then you can just go and go up the pipe. So now it's time for the explanation. So it's actually not super as crazy as you think. So this pushes it over just a wee bit, but then this stops it, so it lands right in that perfect position. It's like the most right that it could be that you can still get in it. Because if it was any more to the right, because it's like right there, if it's any more to the right, you can't do it. And if it's any more to the left, it's just kind of obvious that you can get in it. So I was trying to make it look like you can't get in it, but that's actually what you need to do. So yeah, and then when you fall down here, it makes this thwomp. This should be like the opposite way, because when you hit that, it makes it the opposite way. So that makes it so it can hit it. So yeah, I think that made sense also. So yeah, then you can go up here. And then it says checkpoint 2. And then it says yes or no. If you hit yes, I don't know why I did this. So it just makes it this vine fall. And you're okay. And you can go up. If you hit no though, the boom boom falls on you. So you actually you do want to hit this first one because there's that block. So you do want to hit this so you can climb up there and not hit that hidden block. So yeah, when the P timer is done, you can just go up and climb it. There, as you can see, we get this, and then we fall. But then that comes up if we're not fast enough. So then we'd fall, and then we'd be stuck. But then we can go in, yay! Which that is actually right. So you actually do want to wait, because I think usually right after, like, hold on. So, yeah, right when you get done, you go up here, you get the checkpoint, and then you're like, Oh, I can go in. But, and then, so now this is the weird part. So because the P is activated, we get checkpoint 1, and then we get stuck up here, and we have to die, and then we go back to checkpoint 1. Which is horrible. So this kind of confuses me too, but I'm pretty sure I understand it, so I'm gonna try my best. So these push this up. So if the P is activated, hold on, let me just turn all of these around. So this is what it would look like if the P is activated. So that pushes this up just enough so it's like right there. Then what happens is right when you fall, you land in it and the bottom part is there. And then you get that, but then it continues pushing it up. Like these blocks, they keep pushing it up. So then you can't go down and go in this pipe, or you can't be down here at all. So then you can go and you can die. So yeah, I think so. That's just how that works. And then if you do not have the P switch activated, it makes it so that you can just walk and go right in there. So let's just go back a little bit, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. See, oh yeah, so now it's basically, if you hit the on-off switch, it frees this track so it can fall and go and kill you. Pretty simple. And yeah. Oh yeah, and there's just this thwomp that makes the P switch go when it's very basic. Right there. So yeah, so that if you continue going and you didn't hit the P switch, oh yeah, and that thing right there with the red pipe and the muncher and the P switch and the cloud block, that is just so there's a P in there. And so if the P switch gets activated, it's always activated. So yeah. So you go in this door, and this bumper pushes you out in there. So, oops.
Here we go.
So, oops. So what you want to do is you just want to jump up. If you are like running and fighting there, and then it changes, and then you fly over, and yeah.
Here we go.
But what you want to do is you want to like turn around, yeah, right there, and then you can jump up. Now, if you're small and you land here and you are ducking, you get stuck in here, and then you can like, there's no way to get out of it. So when you're ducking when you're big, you have to make sure that you're not ducking when you're small and fall in here. It's actually kind of hard too, but it just makes it so you have to think about it. So, yeah, so if you wait here, or if you just go here, it makes the P switch, and if you hit that, you're actually okay if you go right there, but chances are you die. And then you hit that, but you need the P switch to go past. So let's go back a little bit. This is the setup. I'm not really gonna explain it. This is the setup to make them how low they were. So like that's how they were exactly that low. And so there's this bomb and there's those, and yeah, that's how that works. So this muncher contraption is how when you cross right here, this switches. So it's just an on-off, and it's an on-off conveyor belt. So that has a lava bubble. There's this mole that is just against the wall, and when you cross right here, it makes it activate. So going back, let's get past this right here. I messed up.
Here we go.
So if you run, you can make it past. And then, yay, I got past. Because there's like this P block that is there. And so we have to barely hit the side, or else you hit the cheap and you die. Then you can take this and go in. I don't think you can bring baby or Yoshi now, because there's that one way. So yeah, you have to be off of them. So when this P switch gets activated after you've ran over to right here, then that crushes the bomb, which explodes it, which lets you do that, and then yeah, it's simple. Yeah. And then this P switch block would be like that, because the P switch would be activated. And then you can get past. The fish and this egg are stacked because like of how they are on the tracks, they just land right in the same spot and then they fall. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work if the egg is on the top and the fish is on the bottom. So yeah, so you have to make sure that the egg is on the bottom and the fish is on the top. So then when you can go into here, then we get put into here and I can't move. So just enjoy the show and I'll show you it all at the end. So it's like looking like it's killing you, but it's not actually. So, and then this P-switch block lets you do that, and you can go and win. And then there you go, GG. So, why does it have to be so complicated at the end? This is gonna take so long to explain. And this video is like 40 minutes long. That's crazy. About 40 minutes long. I can't actually see, but I see. Yeah, anyway. So, you go in this door. You land here. Let me just see what the first thing is that happens. Oh yeah, so that falls. Very simple. There's just this, which falls at the right time. This was all done with like trial and error. Okay, so let me see what the second one is. Also, this is gonna be just take a long time to explain because I'll just have to watch it all every time to remember what happens next. So it goes to me. Oh yeah, the twister. And then it comes over to me again, and then what happens? What? Oh yeah, I remember that. It's like, you actually have to go in the door if you want to test it, because it doesn't work. I remember that. So, hold on, I'll just let you see what happens again. So, there's that block, and then it comes over, and then there's the twister that gets it out of my way. It comes over again, and then this time there's the on-off switch. And then what happens this time? Twister, on-off switch, and then mushroom. Okay, I'll stop right there, and So the first thing, is the block. We already talked about that. This twister falls down, and it goes down, and it's on its own little timer, so it falls down right at the right time. And then it falls down and pushes that. Also, this is just keep coming out of this pipe. And so then after the twister, it was the this on-off switch, which they're both, well, I actually can't show you because yeah, they roll that way to the left. But they both roll on a timer, and they hit the on-off switch, so it's like off, on. Like, that's how fast it needs to be, because it's like, I'm in here, it's like off, on. Like, that's how fast it goes. This mushroom is on another timer. It's all timer-based. And this took trial and error, like I said. So it just goes on this track, goes up. There's also this P-switch, and also this is a winged mushroom. And this is not a winged P-switch. So,
Here we go.
let's go watch the rest of the show. Okay, so there's the mushroom. And then... Okay, and then there's just that. That's just on a timer with that. And then there's the P-switch. Now there's a P-switch block right behind the goal. And it just keeps doing that until the timer runs out. And if you are still waiting there, it will go over and kill you. But yeah, then you can just go and win. And then it brings you down there and it says GG. And basically this last one, this icicle, it's just on a timer. It just keeps falling and it never lines up right, but there it just happens to line up right. So that stops it. And then this P-switch that I was talking about, it comes around and it goes along, and it comes up and you activate it. There's this P-switch block right behind here, but it looks like you can't see it because it's behind there. Then when the P-switch is done, you can go and you can get the goal. Oh my gosh, that took so long. Oh wow. This is like almost 50 minutes. It's crazy. 45 minutes. Maybe not exactly 45 minutes, but yeah. Whew. So that, I really hope I didn't leave anything out. That is, Mario Drowns in Grape Soda. Because we don't want Luigi to drown in it. So basically, that's how I made it. That's how you beat it. I'm just gonna get the ID up in case you want to play it. Oops. Here it is. There is the code. You can play it.